excellent. And because of that, IEEE entrepreneurship community also is a part of a partner for us, a very enthusiastic partner, and they do the publicity for us by giving us a page in their portal itself. And similarly, the Education Activities Board also has given a separate portal, a STEM portal for the YESIST12 as a role model event for the others to follow. So I'm very happy that my committee members' commitment and dedication and their excellence in the skill has not gone waste. Everything is going in the right direction. And the proof is that right now, Professor Adam, he himself came forward to us and I know how difficult it is to be a jury with the time zone difference between us and him. But even then, he was ready to be a jury member for our Maker Faire track. I should thank him for that, taking so much time and taking so much care to impart his knowledge and encourage our students. So this is an example of how the IEEE has supported us from the beginning, and most of the societies, IEEE EDS, IEEE IoT, IEEE SPS, are all partners. Even the Education Activity Board has its full support for us. So thank you, every one of the participants, and special. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Tamara. That's absolutely fantastic to be with you today. Can you hear me now without problems? So that's okay. And as you told us, that's enthusiastic. That's the key word that we start to use next to innovation. If we miss two of them, so this is nothing to do. And let's start with you. Why? Because what is the more important in what we call that teaching or education? So just to stimulate young people from all ages, from just the beginning of the life under the 100 and more years. So this enthusiastic approach is the big secret of the IEEE that we all have here. And now let's go with this approach to see what's happened for the humanity. We'd like to do something, not just to have the meetings, not just to have some kind of an equation that we will write on the board. We will simulate them. We will just show all fantastic things. But what's happened? How we can put something in this world? So where is the key? And today we see the key. The key it's in this young people to do that, not to be evaluated. So if you see in this competition, we have students that they want to do something. So the prices here, it's not the prices like in the margin cap of the Microsoft, that's the people putting the hundreds of thousands of US dollars there. And yeah, surely that's the big competition. And I saw that, how it's working. And invited by you and Tasnim here, so that I realized, oh my God, the people is doing the same work, even better. That's in this big, huge competition. So I said, wow. That's the place for the world. That's a real situation. And let's start, yes, from the beginning. Put all this fantastic power from around the world to do something. Today, I choose for you a nice subject that you will see that's what's happened. Before I will go to my slides, let's see on this screen, because this is about on this screen. What we see the people, see the brains, and we see that electronic devices. Electronic devices, let's see, we are using WebEx, but without electronic devices that we are using your smartphone, tablets, the desktops, the laptops, and etc. Inside, surely we have microprocessors. Inside, we have all our knowledge. Inside, we have all our equations, and all our algorithms that we made. But now we see each other's, and what's happened? Even with these devices, we communicate. We send each to other, but between us, some kind of waves. And it's not only the waves that we are in interaction, because, you see, I don't have a headset. I'm just using the voice, and it's communicating. And, even we put that to this group of people, we exchange, we communicate. And so there is no obstructions. Yesterday that I was in this US election, I saw what's happened. I said, oh my God, that's still kind of communications with some noises on the tracks. So let's put our algorithms and maybe we can put them on that same wave. But what we do, that's amazing. It was impossible to do that 50 years ago. It was impossible to do that 25 years ago. Even 10 years ago was something that's happened. We can do that. But now we are doing what is extremely important for us now, that it's not the same kind of the education, of teaching tactics we do. We let us apply. No, we must to do something else. Let's try. And I will share with you what we have here, and probably this one in the moment. Can I share?
Just a moment.
Go ahead. I think
Divyanshu Verma also to share a few words about.
Yeah. Ramlata ma'am, I think let Adam speak. I was in the flow. I am really enjoying that. After that, I will take over and then explain, because I don't want to break his flow. It's really good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No problem.
Go ahead, Professor Adam. No problem. I am really loving the talk you're giving. Please go ahead.
Okay.
A little bit of changes, innovation.
You see my screen?
Yes, very much.
Okay.
So and brain biofields interactions.
Yeah, I prepare this the stuff as you see, and on behalf of Electron Device Society, which is extremely important one to write. The electron devices, the power, micro, the nano, and etc. Yes, that's something we have, and in this society you will see we have some Nobel Prizes there, and we have some the relations. So I prepare that electron devices brain biofield interactions to see with you today. So thank you for this nice poster, Taslim, and let's see, before maybe I have this one, as you see, that's the fantastic and innovation challenge. That's the will be some words for us today. And I have in my presentation the relations to what is the IEEE YESIST, because the purpose of what I'm doing here is also to show you not only IEEE, but this organization. I have some slides, but I said, no, I don't like to see the slides white. We have this the EDS here as a form. Let's use what we have here for the maybe after I will send you in this chat part some links for that. So let's innovate and let's explore what this society can do. So for the mission of one of so many as 31 societies on the IEEE, maybe I missed or this 37 or 39, but to foster professional growth of its members by satisfying their needs for easy access to an exchange of technical information. What we are doing: publishing, education, technical recognition, enhancing public visibility in the field of electron device. So this electron device You see today this electron device, and we are approaching what is extremely important now. We are approaching the electron device to the main one, which is the brain. And let's see that immediately what I'm telling about. That if you see now, that's a smartphone. That's a smartphone, and that's the neural link application. The neural link application would allow to control your iOS device, keyboard and mouse directly without with that activity of your brain, without any connection. Is that possible? So let's see your telephone, and let's yes, sure. Now that we have on our cars already, we go with voice, but now we'll be without voice. Now we'll be just with our brain. That's electron device. And presenting you EDS, Electron Device Society, as the fantastic one for all kind of electronic devices. Let's add to that a main and powerful device, which is a brain. And human brain as well for other brains. Let's see the brains of animals. How we communicate with them. How the animals or the birds communicate with them. It's really possible to do that without all this stuff. And for today, I'd like to answer you this question. Yes. And so to suggest, please, all of you that you are working on it, think about it, and maybe you will be the first to find the way that we can communicate not only with the device that you will see, Mr. President of Tesla proposed to us, Elon Musk, as I'm talking about him, but yes, he's exploring this way. But for us, that will be the challenge to replace those devices. Let's see, that's this one. That's the device we can put on the head. And if we have this device here, so we can communicate with our iPhone. But sorry about that, without even this, I can communicate with my iPhone. You can do, but that's the specific one. That's just the power of what? Of the brain. That's the power what's happened inside. And yes, that's the real issue. So that for what we are telling here, what we are discussing about the IES, that as well that this particular the case of the company that's interfacing with the brain, that's producing this the fantastic as you see devices that we can do, that we can develop them. Let's say that what we can do this from our side. So I will just go with this presentation as well to see you again the opportunity to be the member of EDS, or maybe I will just share you some slides as well. Here that's you will it's one that I will just put this here to see the next moment because for just restart this program, and we'll be back in a second. So that's restarting it, but I will share this immediately with you again. For the EDS as well, you can to become a member. You can see the opportunity for that, and as I just told you, that will be my pleasure to share with you in the seconds. Here I have this sharing this the opportunity again. Let's see here, and I suppose you see me now. So they're having this presentation. That again I will just go through this EDS to share with you the link. And I hope so we'll go there. If not, maybe for the network reasons, so I will just have that here or not. It's working very slowly. So I'm using now that again as share. Sorry about that. That's what's happened. If we have the powerful line, so something that it's a live presentation, maybe it is affected by. So just wait a minute. I'm returning simply from this sharing screen, and we'll be with you shortly. Okay. Okay, I will start. Yeah, just sorry about that. It's restarting again, and I will make
no problem. Take your time. Not a problem. If you need some assistance, you can ask.
No, it's okay. I will just sort of put it in the seconds. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
You have it?
Yeah. I can see your screen. Please go ahead.
Oh,
The
let's
first
see.
introduction, artificial intelligence and brain biofields. Yes.
Okay. So that's about what we have about the EDS, and I'm accelerating now a little bit of the people that contributed there. That let's see some that our colleagues, and like you see that's our members. Be a part of them. And today the goal of what I'd like to share with you is to invite you to, why not, to have the Nobel Prize for what we said. Like these two guys, they communicate probably with them with some waves that we will see fantastically well. And if you'd like to join the EDS, I will share after presentation with you some links for that, or simply contact me, or contact us at the local chapter, which is at IEEE Bangladesh Section 1, and please become a member. From my side, I'm coming from the University of Quebec at Trois-Rivières, which is the part of the University of Quebec, big university across the province. We have something more 100,000 students. That's our group. We are working in several subjects. That's like a introduction. You see my colleagues, you see our devices we developed on it. And also, I will share with you after that some interesting links for you and to be our colleagues partner to collaborate with us. But let's start immediately with what is the brain and what we'd like to realize today as the goal. For this, the part of the brain, the people now is going to apply the artificial intelligence, the AI. The people is going to simulate the brain by the high performance computing. The people is going, as you saw before, to implement electron device there. But in all this kind of discussions, deep learning, big data, neural networks, brain science, deep learning, that's all of matter that can be used. But let's say if someone don't have 1 cent or the money, because in the entrepreneurial approach is still simple way. If you don't have money, you don't have anything. And I'd like to discuss with you this approach a little bit, because if you see all this stuff, in the brain, you see high performance computing. You need some infrastructures. And infrastructure for who? For somebody that don't like or don't have to pay? The big answer now is yes. All those infrastructures can be used very easy from any point of the earth. And let's see the high performance computing, which is using for the brain simulation, brain modeling, brain the interactions, the discussions after. Yes, we can use it with Professor Tasmin. We start to use an infrastructure in Canada, Compute Canada like that. And what we've done, I don't know, one day or in a few minutes, we reach an infrastructure for several hundred of $million, even $1 billion now. And yes, 2 days or 2 days after, it was possible to use all this infrastructure from Bangladesh. So yes, the answer now is for even every person, let's say the students that you are here, let's ask me to see how you can access this kind of infrastructure. And today, this introduction for this innovation challenge is yes, we'd like to help you to access that not only in Canada, in Europe and worldwide. Yes, you can use it. If you have a great idea, let's start using it from this existing infrastructure. So yes, I set a kind of deep learning application by the IBM. Let's see them here as well. And yes, you can go with machine learning, but some can tell us, oh my God, that's cost us the big money that I can do that. Another approach, and in our class also, we can teach using free hands-on lab, and just try free hands on lab, so we can use all these companies. They will invite us to use their systems free. So for the moment, we don't spend any cent approaching this brain simulation, approaching this brain electron device design. No, so we can do that as you hear without any money that we will need for that. And so we are talking now about this artificial intelligence. So what's that? Let's say maybe here I will try to return to this particular place and see what's happened with maybe this presentation that we can using to see what artificial intelligence is. Yes, it's the working into 2 seconds. We will see what's happened. Let's see that. And we will use something available to everybody. As you see, I am using and university and college and school board to explain and to try to see that the AI as to well. Yes, we are doing that, and yes, in all we will see in this simple presentation is the place for the innovation. So let's see that the main part of that is the human brain. Yes, this human brain with the going with the computer vision, speech recognition, computer vision, symbolic learning, why not? And that's all in the computer science. In the computer science, let's go something for the engineer. Maybe it's not only science will be here, but we try to work with the image processing and image processing, so that there will be autonomous cars. That's the application as well. But how we can interact with all of that and the human needs. Yes, we have in robotics. Robotics, what's robotics? Robots can help us. Robots that can go with us as well. But what the robot needs? Robot needs something that will be similar at the human brain. So for that, we need to put human brain on this electronic devices. And how we can construct that? To construct the brain, we need a set of to apply not only our knowledge, but some technological advancement. And how we can do that, how we can produce something, how we can go with fabrication. Yes, now we put all our efforts to have this opportunity. And as you see, it was about deep learning. What's that, this deep learning? How we can go that inside, how we can go with the neural networks there. Yes, we can go with the concept, but we need this for that as well. The more and more and smallest devices produced as well. So in this general presentation for what's happened with this neural networks, with this applications we have, it's so complicated. And it's so complicated that this gentleman, as we know him, Elon Musk, said, oh my God, that it's something it's really great that we go the simple. So I will just stop this presentation about the neural networks, and I will go through our presentation to see what we'd like to do today. And this one that you see at the I need to go maybe this way to see it here. And we have now this specific realization of the brain. The brain is by this robot, which is already this, I think, a living one. And what we see here, this there's a particular one that can discuss with them. Even let's see here, they have the kiss with robots. What's happened? And here the robot is Sophia. Sophia, how are you? And they discuss. Let's see her. She will answer.
An ideal world would be one where humans could have a more expansive understanding of time. They could remember the past so as not to repeat it. They could see each other as children and elderly simultaneously. They could understand the impact of their actions in the present on future generations.
Yes, so we see now that there's in the very short track, there's devices here and here. Device, biological one that's in the gentleman at the head, and electronic devices in the robot Sophia one. So there the exchanges now by voice. Let's put the question. It is possible that this gentleman will simply interact with the Sophia robot without voice, just with the electromagnetic waves, just with biofields. How to do that? If somebody wants to work on this subject, please, that I'm available for you, to support, that I am available for you to do absolute discovery of these things. And let's both of them let's keep this the picture from today as maybe the inspiration for what we'd like to do. So I will go here, and I'd like maybe to put this PowerPoint here like that. If I close it, so probably we will have another one, I suppose, ready to go. So this one, so we passed through what Mr. Elon Musk done, and for how they're doing that. Let's see maybe this a little bit this particular the case, if we have here maybe again on this presentation. So we will find that what is in the video that will follow this. I will maybe close this one as well to see that again. I'll stop a little bit for this sharing side, and we'll be back to you with what we can see as a neural network or neural link who presented that Elon Musk is telling us what's happened there and how they're working. Let's go
I've been on noon for 4 months.
To share that you will see in a second.
I feel like I got my life back.
And let's go. We have it. So for that, if we just plan, or if we just see this, so let's go here maybe like that, and we will share it. Yes, if you see, they put this device inside with the theme like that. That I will follow with you this presentation that we'll share after, and they start to work with some animals. It was a big issue how they're doing that. They're putting some sensors on it, and that's the real question. That's the theme. That's what happened in this particular case that they try to explain us how it's really working. Let's see for the second how he can explain us that.
It's a very corrosive environment, and you're in a dichotomy where you want to read and you want to sense electrical signals and you want to generate electrical signals, but you don't want to corrode the electrodes over time. So you need to have an insulating layer that is very robust, but also very, very thin. It has to be just the right amount of insulation, and it has to stay that amount of insulation over time. So this is why I think we think probably like a silicon carbide type insulator is probably the best long-term from material science.
So let's finish with that. That's the people just works with us. That's the big picture. We can see the a strive that we maybe can avoid that. How we can avoid this all this situation that we use some animals for this some tests for some kind of measurements that so we're not supposed to do. That's the technology. And having now the new the iPhone 12, you see here, that's fantastic. Yes, it's 12, so this is iPhone 12. What's coincidence for today we have? So we can't go and why this maybe measurements from the neural links they prefer. So that's another issue, that it's electromagnetic fields generated by massive MIMO antenna. So we can go through the implementation on devices but we need also to control our exposure for that. And what's happened here, that several companies, it's very well known, the interaction with the human brain of the electromagnetic fields is so important that we can interact as not only to keep the information what we want to do, but we can go with our health, we can go to with even as this company here, and let's see them maybe just inside. They just will apply some that we confirm later that we can see that kind of
diagnosed with anxiety issues, depression.
Maybe for this I will simply
6 years. I deployed
need to move them for the sun, but they
I had a final suicide attempt.
so let's look for a moment.
Taking my medication, I just came from therapy, but I didn't feel congruent with the society I was being in. And it was the worst thing in the world, honestly, just to feel like a normal person.
By the FDA to treat pre-experienced symptom reduction within the first week.
Yes, this one.
The device works by comfortably stimulating the brain to produce serotonin, lower cortisol, and modulate brainwave activity to quickly reduce symptoms without the side effects of medication. Patients may be evaluated at home via telemedicine, and we've shipped the device directly to the door. Today, we have over 60,000 patients and 10,000 prescribers in the United States. For now, most patients pay several $100s out of pocket for the device.
And that's the part of what they're doing. That's the publicity or that's the promotion of this particular system. But for us, it is important that not only the brain can communicate with another one, that the brain can still be influenced for magnetic field as well. And from that, our cellular phones, from all this story, it is really important that we will just take care of that. Yes, and for everybody that use smartphones, any the company to produce them as well. Yes, so that's it. If you see in the big planes, the people ask us to put off all our electronic devices. Why? Because the electronic devices can interface with big planes, Boeing, Airbus, and etc. electronic systems. But nobody told us, please switch off your telephone if you have your telephone on your head, on your brain. So be careful about that. And what is also subject for innovation, what is also a subject for what we can do, how to protect the human brain for this kind of interaction. We know them. Our simulations, I've done several simulations. A half an hour of use of telephone on your there here, that's the brain temperature is going up 1 degree, 1 Celsius degree up. So this is microwaves hitting of our head. So imagine if we put that, we can have solved the real problems. We have some tools as well. The tools we see here, the tools that you can use it. Let's see this one that as well. Yes, we can go with the motor design, we can go with the antenna design, but we can go with wave propagation. We have to go with this electronic device this time. Maybe it's not only one, but it's some system of electronic devices can be simulated, can be analyzed, and can be easily. Let's see here as I think develop, and let's see why this kind of simulations tools at finite element analysis we have here use more and more bioelectromagnetic approaches. This approach you can see here, it's one that prove for us that biofields, that bio interactions are the hottest topic today for all researchers. So if I'd like to finish maybe with some suggestions to what we can do, what we can discover. We talked about this free or wireless communications between the humans, not only between the humans and the device, but how we can communicate together without these interfaces. I will send you on the chat the link to form the big European project, which is the brain discovery and the brain modeling by the international group of researchers. But let's see that that way to discover now, it's surely in our brains, and surely what we can have as important contribution of this particular competitions. That's the area of brain interactions, not only with electronic devices, as well between them. Thank you. If you have some questions now, I am ready to answer.
So dear participants, do you have any questions? You can even comment in the chat box, or you can yourself unmute your microphone and you can ask straight away.
If not, you can send me, I will give email here. And please be free to communicate to me. There's any question or any, even that there's even request for help. If you'd like to try something like the high performance computing, or if you'd like to have a indication how to go to the brain simulator in Europe, please be free to write me on this address, and I will be to support as well for the IEEE EDS. That if you'd like to become a member of the Electron Device Society, if you'd like to see what's happened, how we can be so in the same group working together, please see this particular link you have here, and so you can use it for all information about the EDS and having a local chapter by the Professor Zunaid. You can just reach him and do magnificent or fantastic interactions together. Thank you.
Yeah, Professor, thank you, Professor Adam. In my suggestion, what we will do, we'll post this on YESIST12 website, and we have a lot of young students and social innovators who want to experiment with these ideas. So may not be immediately, but I am sure some of the students will definitely pick up the clue and take it forward, the long and great fruitful journey that you have, the type of innovation that you are bringing up. As I can tell you from my side, that I have seen such systems. I think somebody is mute. Yeah, I have seen those systems where we build up brain computing powered devices which use electroencephalograms, and they just happen because person is thinking some action. That was one of the area of research we saw in the lab probably last year.
Zunaid, I think this is echo from your telephone.
Yeah.
That's Zunaid. Okay. No, it's not. So that's the Zunaid micro, I think. Oh, that's okay.
I was muted, sir. I am just unmuted.
Okay.
Yeah. So Yeah, so we will post this. I was very impressed with the whole lab situation. And I think a lot of people from Asia and Africa will definitely like to collaborate with you, learn from your huge and tremendous journey on this area, and probably try to make some POCs which can be converted into products that help the mankind going forward.
Let's say thank you. Let's say also, because I missed this part, how to go with financial support for the projects. At the Kickstarter, let's see the Imagine Cup, let's see all this business side. It's also extremely important part. So if we have an idea, let's see, we'd like to go to with the human interactions, to how we can go with the algorithm. We have a device that will go with this, the human screen or human hardware interaction, as well as human brain as the computer interaction, BCI, what we have now as a domain. So for that, we need another aspect, how we can go, how we can just put on the financial track. So that's the still public, and several numbers of nice links that I can share with you. And we've done already financial support for 50,000 to 70,000. The people, that students like you, that students are with us now, and if they'd like to that apply for that, it's absolutely just fantastic. We start from zero, from idea, and the money to come. So
Sure.
Let's go in this way, and I'm ready to help you as my best as possible. Thank you.
Great. So Pooja, what's the next now? Should I share the screen and present?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So before that, thank you so much, Professor Adam, sir, for wonderfully presenting on electronic devices and brain biofields interaction. It was great listening to your session. And to be frank, your presentation was so innovative. Like we were able to find a lot of glimpse on different with respect to the electronic devices. So thank you so much, sir. And now let me call upon Mr. Divyanshu Verma, who is the chair of Innovation Challenge track, to share on IC track. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Sure. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. It's loading.
Full screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Adam and Dr. Ramlata. I treat her as my IEEE mother. I always say that. And my esteemed team members, Pooja, Tasneem, a lot of volunteers, everybody here. So I'll quickly take you to the journey of IEEE social innovation side, mostly focused on innovation challenge. So this is the banner slide, what we call that social innovation, youth and endeavors for social innovation using sustainable technology. That's what we started it up. And this event started, as ma'am told, this is just a summary slide, themed on United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, started in 2013, revitalized in 2016. And we aspire students and young professionals to put their intelligence and engineering skills or social skills to solve some of the problems that are faced by mankind and civilization and earth and whatnot. So that is the goal thing as I'm putting it up. Innovation challenge, what I call it, innovate to resolve the pain of human civilization through sustainable development. And we are dictated, or we are guided by the 17 goals of United Nations Social Development. They are listed here. You can see if any of these goals set sorted out, I am sure Earth and whole civilization benefits a lot. The way Professor Adam was speaking, the brain computing, suddenly a person who is paralytic, or suddenly a person who has unfortunately has some problem, but the brain works, the person can work if the brain computing is there. So these goals are wide, these goals challenge us every side. These goals also tell us that there is a world of poverty, there is a world of hunger, there is a world where health is not good, there is a world where quality education is not there. And as the privileged people in this world, we have an obligation to go and solve some of these problems, or at least do our bit to solve the problem, right? We'll go to the next slide. So what actually is a social innovator? As I call it, a social innovator is somebody who can, 1 minute, who has 2-3 things. A mind, obviously all of us, most of us, and everybody is blessed with a brain. We all have a body, but a social innovator also puts something in the soul. Soul means he or she thinks on the compassionate ground to solve a problem for which the financial or capital aspects may not be very evident, but that is a problem. As I say, a blind man, irrespective of any part of the world, is a blind person. A poor person in the cold is any part of the world is a poor person who needs help and sustainable support from all of us. So technically, if you see, that is the role of a social innovator. And as an engineer, my role, what's my role? I have been working for profit for my also my 22 years of career, where we have get great salaries, we are paid. I worked in Intel, and now I'm a CTO of a startup. So all these things also helps me to sustain some of the things which I wanted to solve, like hunger, poverty, helping a patient who is not able to move. How do I put my engineering skills to solve that? So whole of the innovation challenge is about that. So we ask people to take a problem, be compassionate about that. See that how do you relate a human pain or an environment or something which is not solved together, and then take it forward, right? And then probably put a POC. And I am proud to say, as Dr. Ramlata told, that there are a lot of funding available, a lot of business ventures available, which fund these sort of ideas, which solve the problems. So taking forward, going through that. Okay, so what we touch is, if I call it, it's a very simple slide. That what I put. My goal was to make everybody understand that why do we do that, right? What is the essence of it? We talk about environment, we talk about greenery, we talk about empathy of the people, we talk about social development. That's what we touch. And how do we work? How do we measure our success? So technically, a social innovation measures a success in terms of I educated these many thousands of people. It's not my numbers, but we will be very close, maybe 8,000, 10,000 people who got benefited in the journey of SS12 from last 4 or 5 years. How many people we empowered? How many people we helped them to enhance their skill through STEM education and so on and so forth? Because the goal is that an educated world, a empowered world, develops much more than a non-educated world. And there are people who are underprivileged. There are people who need support. So as an engineer, it's our goal to take it forward and go. Yes, so now after that, we'll take you quickly through the journey, glimpse. We started in 2016, probably 2016, we learned the 17. I'm talking about it, I'm going fast so that we can do this. 2018, it was in Sri Lanka. 19, it was in Thailand, and 20, we know that it has completely virtual. So my whole this is a summary of what our track we do that ma'am explained. My whole goal is this: the team that is probably running the show for you guys, ma'am, me, Pooja, Tasneem, and special advisor Prakash, our volunteers Ramneek, Tamim, Muskan, and Saf. So this is the team, and I therefore request you to support this initiative, take it forward towards its goals, and make sure that we innovate, we do something innovative where we solve the problem of crisis based on United Nations. Thank you, Pooja, and welcome to this conference on IC Track.
Thank you so much, sir, for the great presentation on Innovation Challenge Track. So now let's take a group picture. So I would request everyone to turn on your video. So we'll take a group photo.
Yes, smile, please. There's nothing more beautiful than a smile. I always tell you. If you see somebody smiling for you in the morning, I think I find myself very lucky. So let's all smile.
I request everyone to turn on your cameras, please.
Please turn on your cameras.
See, IEEE. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone. Now let me call upon Divyanshu sir, who will be
Great. So welcome all. I welcome you to Innovation Challenge. I will like to ask the judges. Yes. I will just talk about them. Just give me a second. It's my privilege to have them here. The three honorable jury members. First is Professor Adam. You heard about him, his great work. Who is the director of research or the group director of the research group on industrial electronics. He has been volunteering on IEEE for over 33 years, much age, more age than a lot of people here, and held various positions. He has published and co-published over 130 papers, including the work on high-performance computing, applications in electrothermal analysis, so on and so forth. So welcome, Professor Adam. It's a privilege to have you here as our jury.
That's a pleasure to be with you.
Dr. Muhammad, thanks, sir. Dr. Muhammad Nazrul Islam Mandal, sir, Professor of Computer Science Department in Rajshahi University of Engineering and Technology. Just to call out, Rajshahi is one of the founding member and very close to us. They have been working like any of us. I never think that they are like, because of Tasneem, they are always one phone call away, one WhatsApp message away with me. So he is a fellow in the Institute of Engineers of Bangladesh and former head of Computer Science Department and the Department of History. So welcome, sir. It's my privilege to have you as my jury member. And Mr. Sailesh Prabhu, a senior 5G developer at Wipro. Hi, Sailesh, welcome here. And he has a 3 years experience in 5G optical wireless communication and SDN. I have a lot of work. I used to own a team in SDN in Wipro when I was heading the SDN of Ericsson some time back. So welcome. He has published 3 papers in international conferences, filed 6+ patents. So very accomplished jury members, and its experience from 33 years to 5 years. So it's a wide experience. It will cater to a lot of things where we can learn from experience, we can learn from youth and energy and take it forward. So I welcome you all and look forward to see you for next 2 days, where we will have some amazing young innovators who may be tomorrow's Elon Musk and Steve Jobs, we don't know, and we wish them to have, and to present their creativity and innovation and imagination in front of us, and really take it forward from there. So thank you, Pooja. I welcome all of you again.